Alright, okay, cool. So what class is this for?
Oh, it's not a class. This is I'm trying to get an essay to get a scholarship. And it's the essay.
So is this a scholarship at San Francisco State?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So I guess just tell me about this, what it is, what it's for, like what kind of scholarship is it for?
Oh, the first scholarship? This is the scholarship.
Alright, so this is what you need to do to demonstrate superior academic performance, demonstrate financial need, and then prepare a full-time this is and you've already done all of.
This is just a private. It's just a business transcript about it. This one paragraph biography, everything's in here. One personal statement and a 3-minute video.
So I guess what right now, looking at this, are you concerned about? What aspects of it are you unsure of?
English is my third language, and I am not sure, if the way I'm writing can influence people strongly or not.
Okay.
But that's what I'm worried about. I want my essay to be strong enough that it could influence people.
Okay.
So I want to have a strong intent and a strong organization, what I should do so that I can influence people.
Okay.
Strong.
Okay. Alright, well, stupid. Just off the top of your head, do you know if there are any like specific problems that you have with English, whether it's...
It could be wording, it could be the content, like I'm working, if I say something so general, so I try my best to write everything in very specific, so I can have a feeling of it, and I'm trying to use the many sensory words so they can have a feeling when they read my essay, and trying to put it as organized as possible, so it sounds cool.
Okay.
Do you mind if I go to really quick?
Go for it. Okay. Understand.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Let's go.
Okay, so usually, for the tutoring situation, we try to use all of the materials that you bring in as like an opportunity to teach you different aspects. But because this is, not for our class, because this is due tomorrow, and because this is very important, I'm doing a lot more kind of editing and something.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not a problem. There's still some things I'll probably need to know just to make sure that I'm getting it right. And and I have to also tell you that since I've never worked on this sort of thing, I don't know what the perfect structure is for these. So I recommend after you're making corrections to maybe talk to one or two other people who might understand what this I guess scholarship.
I will call tomorrow today at 3 o'clock.
Okay. So, because like I said, I can help you with all of the grammar, all of the language.
Yeah.
In terms of content, though, that's the most important.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're hitting the sections, but I just want to make sure that this is an important thing. You just want to get as much feedback as possible. So, okay.
Do you think that I should make a note of one for later or tomorrow?
I would recommend it.
Should I do it right now? I have to do it right now.
Yeah, why don't you wait till the end of this one? And then if you cannot get one with the LAC, also CARP, they do from 4 to 8, and they're in the next room.
Okay.
Yeah, and tell you what, while I'm doing this, why don't you refill out this form?
Okay.
This. And you. No, man, he was not on the computer. So I'm sorry.
you guys are part?
Uh, Let's see, we're the LAC.
Yeah, which LLC? Okay.
And the park is the one that does the night. And so then just to remember here. And then go ahead and just write all of your classes.
For this semester?
Yeah. And then you said last couple weeks ago you came in for biology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, so just check whatever like classes, and just this one. And if you remember your teachers' names, go in here because sometimes they do groups.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all for the record keeping. So.
When I say Walt Disney, does everyone know that?
Yeah, because he's just like, so famous. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I mean,
He's the founder of the channel, but I don't know. Usually, like I put the little bit information about that person, so else.
Well, I mean, it's a fair assessment. I was helping a student the other day who was Chinese, and the book that they were reading in class made references to like American history that for Americans are very obvious. But he was like, I had no idea what they were talking about, and so I'm like, oh, of course, I feel like it kind of explain it to him, and then it made sense. But I can, I can see from the perspective. Yeah, so it's just Walt as like a key.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he's such a foundational character. So when did you move to the U.S.?
Like 3.5 years ago. I would like to say 4 years. When I became speaking overseas.
Do you want to go to medical school in San Francisco, or do you know where you want to go?
I mean, like, I'm not sure like which school gonna send me, but I wish that I could go to medical school in San Francisco.
And then after, if you're able to do everything, do you want to like stay here or travel around the world? Or?
After I finish, I want to work in a military hospital, and I will travel around the world to the whole country to have the poor people.
Oh, okay. So, do you mention that in this letter?
I think I do mention some country.
Okay.
And I also mentioned it in other papers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty noble cause.
Yeah. When you read the
No, it's okay. I mean, I understand. It's like many of my friends, they moved from another country, and I guess they say after, you move and it's exciting, maybe 3 months, 4 months, and then you start to feel alone, and then you go through long depression.
Very, very long.
Yeah, but then eventually, as you change, as you can talk to people, interact, you start to feel a little more secure, something like that. So.
And we also face with rejection too. Some people they didn't really like when we don't speak like the way they speak. So that we don't really open to meet some very first years.
Yeah.
And to struggle a lot, see how people interact.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's true. It's it's not just the language. It's
the cultures.
Yeah, the culture and just being able to change. I mean. You look pretty healthy, so you're not eating a lot of bad American food, right?
I mean, I love bad American food. I still eat it.
Okay. Look at one of my friends. She was from Japan, and then when she lived here, I think for maybe 1 year, and then she gained 20 pounds or something like that because she ate more cheese and things like that.
I love cheese.
Yeah. And then when I later I visited her in Japan, and she got really skinny again. So just there's more food and food's unhealthy. Be careful. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is a lot of, you might just want to pay attention to it for future writing assignments, but just tense, use present tense a lot when referring to past events.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're here usually many times I cried, talking about isolation, but you're referring to You know, like that, yeah. The same thing, so I can do that. Since this is a tutoring office, I should probably have you go through and to see if you can catch any of the Tim's errors in this, this section. Yeah.
Okay. Should this one be saying the first?
We'll go back and add it later. Actually, this either one is okay.
Oh.
Alright, so yeah, in terms of the content of this paragraph, might not be necessary
To just cross that.
Yeah, maybe was is better. Yeah, because it's still talking about, you know, this moment in time. So it was probably. So in this part, when you say I forgot all, what do you mean?
I forgot all the negative things.
Okay.
So instead of focusing on being like being longer, being like education, culture, adjust, and language adjust, I forgot all of that.
Okay. So you just decided one day I'm going to ignore that. I'm not going to pay attention to it.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay attention to the negative things anymore.
Okay.
To my weak points. I'm going to go outside and do something to strengthen it. To
Right.
make it strong.
Okay.
I'm not going to be suffer from it anymore.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I think that's really good, and I want to expand that a little bit. So instead of saying forget, I'm gonna, because you made like a conscious decision to like ignore your limitation.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a little bit more effective or stronger. So I would say that I decided. Where is this? study harder, reading more books, and trying to faith to communicate with people.
Can read maybe better.
So what you're saying is when like a student could just read a book just one time.
Can read anything.
Right.
Almost.
Read it sometimes, and in this case, if I change had to, then you can actually say right.
Okay.
Yeah. To read sometimes and right. And sometimes no. This could be a book. I want to change it a little bit. So many variables in the code. Do you read a book once? I have to read it sometimes or write sometimes. Expressing myself in So you'll definitely want to get a car either tonight or sign up for LAC. I mean,
I can do it right now. So.
Yeah. If you wanna do that now, it'd probably be good. Because we'll probably only get through this page. video release form saying that it's okay for us to watch it in class. So you can use, and this what this is basically just saying, who can view it, and like say for instance, if you don't want it to be shown in a classroom, then do not check that one.
So check means you don't want people to see.
Well, if you check, that means it is okay. But if you leave it blank, then it is not okay. You only eat one meal a day?
Yeah.
Wow. What time?
It's like around afternoon.
Afternoon?
Yeah.
So what do you eat?
It's like around afternoon and between afternoon and dinner. Yeah.
And then do you just like how much? Like
No, it's not that much. It's like just like one bowl of rice and then just like 2 pieces of meat, something like that. Not that big. That's why you see me skinny.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Maybe that's how you stay skinny in America. No, so it's not like a Buddhist or religious thing. Like it's just to save money.
No, it's not Buddhist. Buddhist doesn't tell you to save money like that.
Okay. Well, no, because I have a friend who he's Buddhist and he practices a lot, but his last meal is like at 12 or 1, and then he will not eat for the rest of the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and
is it Buddhist? Are you sure it is?
He's Buddhist. Yeah. But it has to do like I guess some monasteries they don't want to use it because it makes it difficult to meditate if you have a lot of food.
Right. It's hard to meditate.
Yeah.
For Buddhists, we care very much about eating. We care very much about eating 3 meals a day. Very, very good.
Okay.
Because if you don't have the food, you don't have energy, so
right.
you cannot do anything. So
yeah. I'm not sure because we always thought it was strange because I mean he got really skinny.
It's so very strange.
Yeah, and so
I'm Buddhist like 15 years. I never heard about this.
Okay.
I never teach you that way.
Actually, I know the guy he follows is from Taiwan. Is a teacher, and I saw some videos of the guy, and he's really skinny too. But yeah, because my understanding, he would wake up at 5 in the morning and eat one meal then, and then the second meal was at 12 or 1, and then after that, for the rest of the day, no food. So, but then maybe go to bed at 9 or 10.
Oh yeah.
So it's not so bad. But yeah, no, I mean there's many different teachers and.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the right way from true Buddha. True Buddha never teach you like that.
Yeah.
And if somebody's be Buddhist and then make up something new.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of like extreme.
That's
practice.
true, extreme.
Yeah.
Like Buddha is always keep things in balance.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like the middle path. Yeah. We always kind of wonder are you?
It's definitely not true Buddhist.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. So try to save. that's really Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. So whenever the next tutor picks up, have them start at this point.
There's no tutors.
Oh, there's none? Okay. Did you try carp as well?
Carp? Carp's close.
But they open at 4 o'clock.
Beginning?
4 to 8.
4 to 8?
Yeah.
Do they have a tutor for the instance?
I believe so.
Okay, then
Yeah.
try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would recommend going to them tonight. And do you know anyone else who has applied for this scholarship?
I don't.
Okay. Because I was going to recommend talking directly to. So they'll continue to make more changes. I kind of just went over everything. What I would once again just recommend is to talk to anyone who deals with these regularly, like maybe the submission desk or any sort of teacher, just to review it and make sure that the content is strong, that they like your arguments or that your discussion. Just because I'm not sure what this is looking for, so I just want to make sure that you're doing it. But I mean, it's looking good so far. I mean, you're mentioning everything that was in this. And so you already have these things, so that's good. And you're just showing financial aid. Did they have any sort of link that they were looking for?
Yeah.
So in paragraph 5. And you said you already did the video speech. Okay.
But I'm not very satisfied with that.
Okay. So definitely get another pair of eyes, or 2 pairs of eyes if you can come in tomorrow as well, just to have a review on this. But yeah, no, I think you're doing everything.
Do you think this is a good essay or is it a bad essay?
Like I said, I don't know what this is looking for. You know what I mean? Because you're telling me about your life and you're telling me about your situation. For instance, the health. Is this something that they want you to talk about, or is this just your own?
They don't really say it. They just this is just the challenges that I have to face with, and how I also say how I overcome this.
Okay. Because you're being very honest and you're telling me a lot of stuff. Some of it is kind of depressing. I don't no one wants to think, oh yeah, student is starving. So I think if you're giving your speech, maybe wear something really tight so they see how skinny you are. You know, because you know when they read this, they're gonna be like, is he serious? Is he really dying? You know, because you're saying here you're 30.
That's really tough for me working. That's
Right.
why I'm working so hard for this.
Right. Because you're saying you're 36 pounds, you know, underweight.
Right.
So, you know, if they're reading this and they don't know you, they're going to be like, is this real? Is he really, you know, is he really this
So
hard?
you don't feel like it's real.
Well, it just seems so extreme.
It seems so extreme.
Yeah.
Maybe it used the wording not correct.
I no, the wording is relatively fine. It's just that, like, it's not, I would not expect to hear about someone's personal health situation in this context. Even if it's true, you know. So I don't know if that's the type of information to put into this type of essay. Like I said, that's why I want you to talk to someone who knows more about this scholarship. Because they might say, well, this is too personal. They might want you to focus more on okay, so this says your background, your challenges you've encountered, personal achievements, educational pursuits. They might want you to just make the challenges shorter and then focus more on these ones. I'm not sure exactly. So
So just only going.
I have 3 minutes to
okay.
Thank you so
okay.
much.
You bet. Really appreciate it.
Thank
Good
you
luck
so
on
much.
this one. You bet. Okay. To this, and then I grab this one and this one. All right. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. Take care.
Oh, you know where's the administrator?